Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we're reviewing Bmf Season 3, Episode 2. Is D in the house? Is he going to be there to do the intro?
D, you gonna do the intro? You gonna smash that thumbs up button? You gonna smash the thumbs up button?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Smack the thumbs up button to subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.
And I got my friend Jackson on here.
And there goes Jackson.
Hey, Jackson. Do we got to get a release form signed by Jackson's mama? Oh, child. So where we at? So Terry went through all this trouble to get this crazy girl house just for her to be over there enjoying the house and picking out chandeliers and marble countertops and things, only to tell him that he ain't gonna be able to stay there because it just ain't really a good time for him to stay there. Thank you for the house, but you're gonna have to do something different.
And he should have kicked her out.
Look, she's married to Boone. She got these kids, and
The same one who shot you, who had you shot. That was his man. Didn't do that on his own. That was a command.
And the kids is in the room, so she said he could slide through there if he want to, because she be loving every inch of all of that he's packing.
The house that he paid for her,
girl,
he can slide through.
That's what he said.
He owned that bad boy.
I mean, does he, or did he put it in her name? No, you don't got armpits all up in the dang camera. Okay, so they down to the new location, Terry and one of his boys from the crew, and they see on the news that the Colombian connect then got popped down to Tampa, and they finna send him back to Detroit. That's not good. I mean, he called Meech to tell him what was going on, and Meech was like, I mean, we got to figure this thing out, do what you got to do up there, find somebody else to work with. In the meantime, I'm down here holding weight because all the gang wars that's going on down here is slowing up my business. So, Terry, step it up.
Well, you want to be a boss. You wanted Detroit. You got Detroit.
Okay, so step it up. And then now some Colombian niggas just showed up to Charles and Lucille's house looking for Dimitri.
Girl, Dimitri
ain't here. That ain't never good. You know, when the Colombians and things show up to the hood, that ain't never good. I don't know why. Did you watch the what's her name?
Who?
Sofia Lagara down.
No, I didn't watch it. That's
on
you
gotta watch it, girl. It's good. Charles came by the new restaurant and Meech was on the phone, and he told Meech next time them folks come around through his house, he gonna give him your number. All right. Why are they still coming there? Meech ain't lived there in a long time. Charles has absolutely no control anywhere.
If anybody come up in there, they got keys. They just do whatever
they got keys to the crib, and geez, P. Miss Lucille worked down to the Wendy's. He gets no respect. None. Now Meech is in the ATL. Look like he in some studio listening to somebody rapping. Because didn't he go that route? Yeah. BMF was also music. So that's his. Shout out to Diddy. So you know, he's trying to figure out now like where he gonna get a new plug. And his plan is to commandeer Glock's plug. That's the plan. Glock is a big dude around there with all these things. Demetrius from Detroit. You can't just come around to somebody's city thinking you're just gonna take over. Meech been doing that since Detroit, Cleveland, whatever. Meech been doing that. That was the first stop. He did roll over to Cleveland. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know one thing. Cynthia Bailey is Brian's ex-wife, and she's not happy that he's allowed their child to get in trouble with a pow-pow. That's not what she gave up her rights for. Why would you give up your rights, girl? You crazy too? Yes, she is. She wasn't around there making time for the boy. So she can get off her high horse. And he over here trying to find a security job because he don't have no job and money is low. So he over here asking Cynthia Bailey for money, just like Peter Thomas did.
Oh.
She gave him what she had. Huh?
He ain't got no job either.
Ooh. And the people said they coming for whatever money he don't have. He like Tasha K out here. I ain't got it. Now the lady cops are over at the Chinese restaurant because that's where they go when they're, discussing crime and things. And we find out that the new lady cop speaks Mandarin. We didn't know that, but she learned it over to the boarding school where she used to go from some of her friends, I guess. And her father is like, what happened to the other guy? And she said, he was over here painting all outside the lines. And so he got himself in trouble. And her father basically told her, sometimes if you need to get dirty, that's what you got to do if you wanted the painting to turn out right.
Wow, I guess.
I mean, I'm just observing. And Rock was over there down to the Chinese restaurant.
I'm just saying, I was thinking the same thing. You said it.
So, I don't know what's going over there, Lady Cop, but your daddy might not be all on the up and up. Terry and his crew are trying to make moves, but, nobody really want to mess with them because K9's, running his mouth. And he didn't say nothing about them, but they don't know what's really going on. So they kind of falling back from that. So they might have to go to the suburbs to find a plug. I mean, I feel like I see where they went with it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you were going to the suburbs, wouldn't the plug probably be white? Because they be having or are they just on the purchasing end of things?
I guess so. They don't get
that kind of dirty.
Yeah.
So Lucille and Charles, they find a new church. Lucille want to go ahead and get involved in some community services. Charles said he don't really have time to volunteer because he got to work. And she said that's okay because her and Nicole gonna be down there. And she needs to keep Nicole away from around that boy that's over there flirting with her. Nicole, keep a little something going on, don't she?
You better run, little boy. You ain't heard what happened to the last one.
Careful, little boy. Don't go over her house. Don't go over her house. And it's not even her fault. She just like Jukebox. She's kind of guilty by association. So Terry and the crew get out to the burbs. They meet up with the new, Connect. They find out it's this very masculine lady with a pretty face and gold grills in her mouth. And she's quite a tough guy. She playing cards with some clown that wanted to offer up his manhood. And she said she wasn't interested because she already been smashing his girlfriend and then told him all about how he went over to the house. You know what I'm saying?
He described the girl to the T, so he knew that was his girl. He
knew that it wasn't. So then he thought he was finna jump bad and she pulled a machete out of her pocket. Like, she's all kinds of tough now. Play around. Now her and Terry get to trying to negotiate some type of deal because she knows who he is. She knows all about BMF. And, right now she knows he's pressed. So her price is kind of high and he's not happy about the situation, but what's he going to do? Because Meech told him he needed to handle the situation. And this is, they're limited. When somebody doesn't have much options, I guess yesterday's price is not today's price.
It's not.
So once they came to some type of understanding, she found some Latina chick round to the table with some big old titties that she wanted to invest some time in. So thank you for your time. Have a nice day. There was a couple scenes where she was getting it in. I didn't really take a whole lot of notes on that. She carries around a big old black strap on. No surprise there because she was
that's what she looked like. Huh? That's what she looked like.
That's what she looked like she be doing. Yeah.
That does not help at all.
Now Meech is over here telling Neo that he's trying to steal Glock's Connect, and Neo is saying that's probably not a good idea because Glock is not to be messed with. Meech is not really
Neo.
Nah, I don't either.
I don't trust him in real life, so I damn sure don't trust him on here.
No, and that hair is not making it any better.
That little jock look.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm based on the timeline. Okay, I got a story. based on the timeline, it's not too far off because I did have a client back in the day that used to come get finger waves. He used to pull up in this really long car. And he had golds all across, but he was a good client. I enjoyed his company. He was a nice kid. Anyway, Beach has another one of his bright ideas. He feels like he's going to go through the stripper. That's the ticket to get to Glock. She's going to need a name, and
it's always a woman. You're right.
Yeah. And he spends a lot of time in that strip club. And Terry and his boys meet up with the Colombian niggas that came over to his house? To Charles and Lucille's house. And they said they was looking for Dimitri. And Terry said Dimitri is not there. And he said he's the boss. He's the jefe around there. And if you want to do some business, then you're gonna go through him. They said, no, we just wait to see Dimitri. Can you call him and tell him we looking for him? And Terry was like, he in Atlanta. You want Dimitri, then you take your ass to Atlanta and find him yourself. Yeah. He said, all right. I guess that's what I'm going to do.
That's the second time they don't want to fuck with you, Terry. Now, it was only one time you had a female, and it's probably because you look, so they ain't want to fuck with Meech. But that's the second time they ain't trying to mess with you, Terry.
Because Terry be doing too much.
Terry came across like he was the smart one at first, and then all of a sudden it switched.
He's a little hot-headed. Now, Terry then took his tired ass over around to LaWanda house because he can't stay in the house he just bought from Marcica or whatever her name, Markeisha, Lala. Shoot.
And
she made me mad too. She over here, having him touch the baby, and his family is his priority, and everything my success I owe to you, and child, we and Markeisha not together no more. He ain't telling her the whole story about how that lady said he can't stay at that house because she's married.
What happened? She was married the whole time. I'd be damned if you kick me out of my house, but okay.
And this moment with LaWanda is not making me feel all warm and fuzzy. It's pissing me off. You are being a whole fool one more time, girl.
Because he gonna turn around as soon as Markeisha come back around. We know Markeisha never went anywhere. So
she ain't went nowhere.
We know she'll be back.
She's still here being mad.
Right now. Right now, because she's sitting up there like that ain't never happened, but okay. Yeah,
she's writing her own version, and I want to see it. So, Markeisha, when you finish with your story, I'm here for it. Just don't take it to Tubi because I feel like it's not gonna fall right over here.
Part of it is already out there, but I don't know if she's doing the whole little thing. But she was on a female American Gangster. That's how I knew her.
Well, I'll have to go ahead and see that on demand. Meech is out here selling hopes and dreams to a stripper to get information about the plug. He got her out here, what you call it, feeling like Julia Roberts. She on her way to the store to pick out her red dress. Terry had to come to the house to get some clothes. How about well, I guess he didn't get a chance to bring his clothes over to the new house. So he had to take him back to his mama and daddy's house. And Charles is moving into his room. So he gonna have to find somewhere for them clothes because he went and jumped up and moved out of his house before he actually has somewhere to live. Apparently, LaWanda always has somewhere to live. Is that her mama's house? So she gonna stay over there at her mama's house?
You think, is that her mama's house? I
don't know.
Well, LaWanda was staying over there with them. So sure.
Right. But she got out when child.
He had her in that twin bed. Daddy got to sleep in the twin bed.
He did. Well, Lucille not playing. She got divorce papers and everything. And Charles in there. He trying, child. He trying. She ain't going for it. Speaking of Lucille, she's down to the church volunteering with young Nicole. Nicole over here trying to snuggle tampons in her purse. I was like, we snuggling tampons? She can't go to the store and get no tampon?
Not back in the day.
Is that in the book of rules? You can't do that?
In the day, tampons was a taboo.
Well, guess what else is taboo? Lucille over here flirting with her old boyfriend from back in the day. This dark-skinned man with the pretty teeth, and he's a doctor.
I tell Lucille, how you messed that up for Charles? What kind of game did Charles spit at you? I don't know,
but she was over here giggling, and Nicole was looking at her like, girl, settle yourself a little. We're being a little obvious here, Mom. He was very attractive. Nice teeth.
You know, they've been showing the pictures of Lucille and the real Lucille. I'm like, damn, they look just alike.
They're very much similar.
Yeah.
They're very similar. I mean, I guess Meech is just holding court. The strip club must be the official office because this is where we always are. I guess, you know, when you're in Atlanta, that's what you got to be doing. He fighting on behalf of this young lady, you know, out here being Captain Saberho. The people peeped it though. Your boy Neo, he peeped, you know, his rescue mission, seeing like what's going on. And after Meech like saved her from whatever this character was over there doing, she gave him a lap dance, and she also dropped Santiago Dominguez's name over there for he can go handle that business he was looking for. He's very smart and very convincing, apparently.
And Neo sitting back jealous and he finna do something devious because he jealous. Because he was the Captain Saberho. Yeah. Because she said
well, that's what I think. That's what I think too.
Yeah.
And then here come Meech, light skin with good wavy hair and that ducktail down the back, and Neo over here with a whole wig on. Now, Brian goes to visit some rich nigga named Blaze, aka Braxton. I was like, Braxton? It's over here being all gangster.
But you know what? I had to think because I was like, was Braxton the Golden Lord? But then it wasn't Braxton. He wasn't the Golden Lord. Because I was trying to think, how he got into
Golden Lord? Is this some gang activity that I'm not familiar with?
The Golden Lords?
Yeah.
From Meteor Man. You don't remember the Golden Lords?
From Meteor Man?
Yeah, you don't remember the Golden Lords? They was hard out in these streets.
Oh, wasn't he? Yeah.
See, but I was thinking that too. I was like, now was he part of the Golden Lords?
Yeah.
But you know,
but he was still corny. Like he was like Braxton still.
Y'all no, because see, the Golden Lords was hard out in these streets, and now look at him. He did a baby that grew up. Baby that grew up.
He got there. He is now the Golden Lord over here.
Thank you. That part.
And Brian is over here asking him for money. For a lawyer.
You gotta give something.
Keep your hands. He's no longer painting outside the lines. He always outside the book. He's doing his own graffiti over here. Outside the guys of, you know, Detroit Police Department. So Braxton is the father of the masculine lady with the pretty face and the goatee. That's her dad. And he said he finna put Bryant to work for her. Brian, is that gonna get you in trouble? Sorry, I need to plug in
Absolutely.
I thought I felt safer with you over there with Braxton. Now, I don't know what you gonna be doing over there with that young lady with a huge black strap on. Bend over, Bryant. Let's see you squeal like a pig. Ooh, back at the church. We're still flirting with the doctor again. He said he wanted to marry her.
I don't know what we waiting on.
I feel like he ain't shit, but that's okay. He's definitely not Charles. And Charles is down the street bouncing on Mabel. So I mean,
I'm still over there with that hammer in the house. Ain't fixed a damn thing.
What is he hammering?
Child, not that.
When the restaurant and said the picture was crooked and that his dad would fix it. I'm like, no, he won't.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Oh my God. Meech and his boys pull up to this crib and they're supposed to be meeting Santiago, but when they get in there, something has gone awry. There's bodies laying on the floor and phones are ringing, and he gets there, and who's standing there but the Colombian nigga?
Dimitri.
He's like, it's Dimitri. It's a no-no. You know me. I know you. Those guys, bad guys. We not bad guys over here. Dimitri is like, something is not right. I feel it in my bones. Well, come to find out, he didn't have to go find the plug. The plug came to him. Ty, I don't know who is Ty. I don't know if that's the Atlanta boy.
Ty's the one who passed.
The Atlanta boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he told them they need to be dealing with Dimitri. So, and then they be in Detroit sometimes. So Meech and them don't even have to like leave the country to go do their business because the business is here.
Did you see my man standing there smoking his cigar when the bullets was flying?
The bullets was flying, and he's like, see, the whole Miami guy's gone.
I was like,
that for you.
Oh, he gonna be a problem.
They on the floor. He like, well, I mean, they shared their struggle story.
Yeah, he gonna be a problem.
Back in Detroit, Terry's not really happy about this deal he had to make with the masculine lady in the pretty face. He doesn't like it. She costs too much. And just when they're sitting there discussing it, Meech calls and was like, everything's solved. The plug is back. We good. Tell that girl to kick rocks.
He can't wait to do that.
No. And we did find out that her father is actually a former police officer. So his army over there is strong.
Call me young. Oh, no.
People
that was the mayor.
People say he used to work for the police department, so he's very much connected.
You know, the dude, I wonder if it was the one, oh, he used to.
Braxton, yeah.
So, you know, I'm trying to put it together.
Girl, she be knowing all the people, child.
So the dude, so what's my man name that worked for the girl, the one whose son is locked up? Brian.
Oh, Brian. Okay. I was like trying to think of real life.
Brian is Asa Foley's boss from Beverly. Yeah, you know, we know he was all up in there for real. He was all up in it for real. Yeah, Brian.
Asa Foley.
Yeah, you remember the police from the
I remember his boss.
Was the real
always
police
cussing him out, and he had came from Detroit.
He was really doing all that. He worked for Call Me Young, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Well, I mean, some of the names have been changed. You know, that's what the thing said. Some of this
shit could have really happened,
but some of this shit was real, right? Terry went happily skipping over to the young lady's office building to tell her that the deal is no longer a deal. We did not actually shake hands, so whatever you was doing, don't take too long because your clients is gonna be looking for me. Don't you hate it when somebody throw your shit right back in your face?
She gonna be a problem.
She looked like one. You know who she remind me of? What's the name from Uptown Saturday Night? What's his name? Geechee, dark skin.
Geechee Dan.
Geechee Dan. That's what she remind me of, child. So Lucille wants to have a conversation with Nicole because she saw her with that boy and she needs to have a discussion about the birds and the bees. And Nicole reminds her how silly she looked over there flirting with her friend, her doctor friend. And so Lucille wanted to end that conversation and there with the whole talk about I feel like Nicole knows about the birds and the bees already.
She knows shit. All that shit going in and out their house with the baby mamas and
you want to have a right.
How many kids they got a piece?
Come on.
Child, please.
Cops out here getting in the way of business like always. They're surveillancing things because they seen some boy leaving DC Young Fly's house. The tags got popped. And then, you know, of course, he affiliated himself with Terry. Now her daddy got her ready to color outside the line, so we don't know who we're dealing with. And the other lady, she's very much ready to defy her parents for whatever reason. This is not a great combination in the police department.
Girl.
We can't call Popo Omar because Rockton took him out.
She said she was on that cocaine.
That's what she said.
So
well, this other lady
anytime they could tempt her little ass, she'd be over there like my
look,
boy.
her partner done confiscated bricks already. They dirty already dirty. They don't even know it. Back at the strip club, Meachton took the Colombian over to the strip club. He's not so friendly with the rest of the people. And one of his boys noticed that Angel was not there. And they're wondering if Angel is not the one that set them up. And I was like, I think it was Neo's hating ass that set them
Neo.
up.
Oh.
And we don't know where Angel is. We need to find her because it's not good. I think Neo did something bad.
He did, jealous ass.
Jealous. LaWanda down to the restaurant with Terry. They weren't back together when he came by the house, but he definitely looks like they're back together now, having family dinner down with for her to be so against his lifestyle, she's definitely all up in it, hanging out with his gangster friends. It looks like a setup. It looks like a setup for a drive-by waiting to happen, and you're pregnant. And the cops are outside surveillancing LaWanda. So when they come around your house asking things about Terry, don't say you haven't seen him because we know you did.
Make him sit over here.
And Mitch and Loco are back at the apartment. They done left the strip club. They drunk and high, and they're sharing stories about how broke they was as children. And now they're officially familiar.
Familiar.
Yes. And that's how that ended. There was a cute little conversation with broken Spanish and Meech trying to, I felt very connected to that because that's how I communicate a lot of the times in my environment. Goes pretty much just like that. All right, y'all, that's that episode. You want to close us out?
Y'all smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, say goodbye, little, what's her name? Sissy. Bye, y'all. Look, oh, she's trying to be
people sweet. Over there doing tag teaming.
Always.
The intro and the
over here.
outro. Bye, y'all.